Hey guys, it's Sam with Celebrity Workout Routines. Welcome to the video. Pleasure to have you guys aboard today. Before we get started, just a quick note. If you do enjoy the video, please give it a like or subscribe to my channel. Really gives me some good feedback on which type of celebrities and what type of videos to make in the future. All right, so in today's video, we'll be discussing Selena Gomez's diet. All right, so I went out there, did all the research, read all the articles for you guys, and this is what I found in regards to Selena Gomez's diet. Essentially, Selena has in multiple articles said that she is akin to junk food. She does like junk food. So, her main goal here is to cut back on that and just refrain from eating foods that contain processed fats or any type of processed foods in general. But she also does like to splurge when she can. So, in one article, her nutritionist actually said she likes to follow an 80-20 rule. And essentially, that's having 80% sticking to a diet plan and 20% of the time having the foods that she does like, and so just so she's not completely devoid of flavor or her enjoyments in life. So I think this is something that we can always everyone can take something away from. When you're following a diet plan, doesn't mean you have to go 100% of the time and not eating anything, not enjoying the food. If you're going out to dinner with your friends, enjoy it. That should be included in your 20%. So it's one of the takeaways that a lot of us need to kind of learn from. It's that we don't need to go 100%, but we do need to do the majority of the work. 80% is still quite a bit. Eating healthy 80% of the time is actually a really, really healthy diet. And the 20% can come from the weekends or, a dessert before you go to sleep, that type of thing. So, highly, highly suggest, looking into this 80-20 rule. It's actually called Pareto's Principle, and it's used a lot in business, a lot of, you know, pretty much anything you can apply this 80-20 rule to. And it just means that, majority of your gains come from that 80% of the time that you're putting this work in. So, highly recommend kind of making that your way of looking at your diet moving forward. Makes it a little bit easier to follow. So, for that 80% of the time, the number one thing we're going to be focusing on here is just having a clean organic diet that's without processed foods, pretty much a high fiber, complex carbs, and lean proteins. So that's going to be a lot of fruits and vegetables and just grilled meats or any type of meat that's not deep fried or has too much seasonings and fat with the way it's cooked. So keep it lean. And the dietary goals here are going to be, since Selena does have that somewhat slender model-esque physique, the goal here for majority of us, unless you're already there, is going to be to keep your calories below maintenance. You're going to want to find out the number of calories that you're burning every single day, and then subtract 500 from that. And that 500 is going to lead to about 1 pound of weight loss per week, and that's a fairly healthy rate. You don't want to go on a crash diet or starve yourself and see this rapid weight loss because it's just not going to be sustainable. You want to make sure that you're losing weight consistently and slowly so that you do keep it off and you keep it off for the long term. And with that in mind, the three main goals here is going to be keep calories below maintenance, like we just discussed. Number two is going to be to cut out sugars. I said we do have complex carbs within our diet, but the sugars I'm talking about are the simple sugars, which are primarily from sugary drinks. Anything that's very highly processed is going to contain those sugars because having bumping up the sugar levels in a processed food actually makes it taste better. So cut out the sugars, keep those to a minimum, and also get your protein in so that when you are in the gym, hitting the weights or doing your cardio workouts, your body's going to have enough protein to rebuild muscle fibers and make sure that when you do get to that lower body weight, you're still going to have that muscle tone showing underneath, and that's when it's going to give you that toned physique. So again, really want to just hit these last 2 points again. No starving, no crash dieting, guys. It's extremely bad. Fast is not better. If you think of it this way, if you lose 2 pounds, 3 pounds in a week, and you can only do it for 2 weeks, following those 2 weeks, you're probably going to revert back to some bad habits. You're going to start eating junk foods. You're going to binge. You're going to go out and get all those cravings out of the way. And that's going to make you gain that weight back immediately. That's in contrast to just losing 1 pound a week a day, making sure that every craving that you have is contained within the 20% of splurge foods and keeping it consistent. That's we got to think about the 6, 7, 8 months down the road rather than 2 weeks from now. Can I lose this much weight? So keep that in mind. Just make it consistent and think about the long term. And eventually, if you keep knocking away at it, you'll eventually get there and be at your ideal physique. Get your ideal physique. All right, guys. Well, that's it for today. Thank you guys again for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please give it a like or subscribe to my channel, and I will catch you all later. Peace.